beautiful picnic, and welcome back to another video. This is going to be another what I eat in a day video, but this time I'm only giving myself $1 to spend on food. Eating plant-based does not have to be expensive as long as you stick to whole foods. So I like to go on a walk for something in the morning, but I'm already pretty hungry, so I'm going to have a few of these dried plums I got from someone's tree. I got them completely free and I just dried them in my dehydrator. I'm now on my walk and it's such a beautiful morning. This morning I'm going to be picking some blackberries. I brought a container with me and some cutty thingies. I love foraging for food in nature because it just makes me feel so much more connected to nature. This is what the choppers are good for. Cutting a perfect path to the blackberries. There they are. I think this is all I'm going to get today. There's not a whole lot of blackberries anymore. It's already the end of September and a lot of them are drying up. Another reason I like foraging for food is because it reduces food waste. All these blackberries are invasive and all the blackberries would otherwise go to waste, so utilizes food waste, tastes amazing, and it saves money. Here's my little strawberry patch in my backyard, and I'm also gonna pick some strawberries to eat with breakfast. Okay, is this not the weirdest shaped strawberry you've ever seen? An easy way to save money on groceries is to shop in bulk. I refill this large container of instant oats every time I run out. I just put the weight and the number on the container so I could just refill it whenever it goes empty. And to figure out the cost of my cereal, I'm going to weigh just a little bit of this oatmeal on a scale so I can calculate the cost of just one serving. So this much oatmeal only costs 28 cents. So for breakfast, I have the 28-cent oatmeal. I have some honeydew melon I got from my community garden. I also have a gigantic bag of figs. Someone I know has a fig tree, so I've been lucky to get a bunch of figs from them. And then the blackberries I just picked, and the strawberries. And then I have one last edible flower from my garden. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a few more edible violas left in my garden. This one's pretty. Ooh, now I have all different colors. Well, that's just about done. And I'm also gonna add some sunflower seeds on top. I got these from my community garden. Well, this is my finished oatmeal bowl. All of the fruit looks so delicious and I'm just excited to eat it. These figs are just so amazing. They're just so sweet. And the blackberries are a little bit tart, a little bit sweet. And the strawberries are just so amazing. It is just so satisfying to be able to go out into nature and pick blackberries and grow your own strawberries and then put it all together into a beautiful meal that is both nourishing and delicious. Now for a snack, I'm going to eat this half of a cucumber I got from my garden, and then I was just taking off some of the sunflower seeds and I'll eat those as well. It is now lunchtime and I'm going to have some of these green beans and asparagus that someone gave me from the community garden. But first I want to see if I have some green beans in my backyard. There's one. There's another one. Whoops. It's got the whole plant with me. I think that's about it. I also have some fresh tomatoes. I just steamed the green beans and now I'm going to make a salad. I have way too many cucumbers. I get them from the community garden. I also have a ton of tomatoes, so I'm going to make a cucumber tomato salad, and then I have one bell pepper, and then I'm also collecting some of these beet greens for my salad. Then I also have some kale here. And then these marigold flowers, these are also edible. Oh my gosh, there's a wasp. I'll get one of these. No wasps here. And And then for the dressing, I don't even know how to calculate the price of this, but this is super old balsamic vinegar, and I'm just gonna mix in a little bit of that. And then I also have some apple cider vinegar that I made last year from old apples that were just gonna go to waste. And then I also have some Italian seasoning. I refilled this jar from bulk containers at Whole Foods, and it was actually very inexpensive. Sprinkle on some of that. And now my lunch is ready to eat. This type of salad with the cucumbers and tomatoes is something I've made a lot all summer just because I'm completely overflowing with so many cucumbers and so many tomatoes that I don't even know what to do with them all. So it's just something I make a lot. But I usually add chickpeas, but I'm not gonna add chickpeas this time because I have the protein from all of these green beans. I know I keep talking about how I'm getting everything from the community garden. I will show you the community garden later. I have a small plot at a community garden. It is now getting close to dinner time, and I'm gonna start cooking dinner. For dinner, I'm gonna be making a bean stew. I started soaking some black beans last night, but before I soaked them, I weighed them out dry just so I know how much this costs. And then as soon as I finished weighing the beans, I spilled the beans. And in my bean stew, I'm gonna add this gigantic zucchini I got from the garden. I'm gonna cut off some stems of the celery plant I grew. I think this is the last one I have left. There we go. I wanted to pick some carrots for my stew also. Let's see how these are. They're pretty pathetic because I have super rocky ground. Here comes Molly. She's gonna help me. She even kills the weeds. I put the beans in my Instapot. I'm also gonna add the celery and onions and some garlic powder and ground pepper. While that's cooking, I'm going to chop some zucchini. Now I'm adding in the carrots I just picked and some tomatoes. I'm also going to add some of this tomato sauce I made from tomatoes from my garden. Well, this is my finished stew. I actually make something like this a lot during the winter. Just throw stuff in the Instapot and beans and veggies, and it's an easy meal. I finished eating my dinner and now I'm weighing this again just so I could calculate the ratio of how much I ate so I could figure out the price for that. My portion of black bean soup only cost 41 cents. And then for breakfast it was 28 cents. So a grand total I spent on food today was 69 cents. Plus there's gonna be like a little bit extra for like spices and then the balsamic vinegar, like a speck of that. But that's all. It is now the next day and I'm here in the community garden that I talked about a lot yesterday. This is where I got all of my fruits and veggies, well, some of my fruits, but all my veggies that I used in yesterday's meals. And I just want to show you around the garden just a little bit. So here is where I get all of my tomatoes. This is one tomato plant. It completely took over my plot and I haven't grown anything here yet. And then I have another tomato plant, and then here I have a bell pepper plant. The sun kind of roasts these, but this one looks good to pick. I know it doesn't look like there's tomatoes growing in here, but they're all underneath. There's a lot of tomatoes in there. And then here's some okra plants. They're so tall, taller than me. Ooh, a lucky find. Someone just put a bunch of peppers in the compost, but these definitely look good still, so I'll take those with me. This is today's harvest. I have 2 cucumbers, 1 zucchini, a huge amount of peppers, and then 1 eggplant, and then all of these tomatoes, and 1 bell pepper. A major reason I'm able to keep my cost of food so low is because I have a plot at this community garden. It only cost me $25 for a full year. I don't even have a whole lot growing on my plot, but there's so many gardeners that have way too much food that they could possibly eat, so I end up getting so much food that I could possibly eat. Just like all those peppers, someone couldn't eat them all, so they just put them in the compost. Another way to save money is to buy whole beans and oatmeal in bulk. That just saves me so much money. If you're interested in growing your own food, I say just do it. You don't have to have a lot of space, just look for a beautiful community garden just like this one. Thanks for watching today's video, and if you liked it and found it helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss my next video. Bye!